Welcome back to another video. And today, I will be doing a I'll be doing like an overview or what you should expect on the Mars NASA's Perseverance rover on Thursday. You can see a timer here, and let's jump right in. Get back timer. 2020 Mars Perseverance rover by me. So when will Perseverance land? So as you can see here, you might not be able to see, I don't know, but it says Perseverance is currently 2 million miles away from Mars. That might seem a lot, but it goes by really quick. It will land on Thursday at, I don't know the exact time. I think it's like 2 to 3. I think like 2:50, something like that. But yeah. 1 day, 20 hours, 2 minutes, and 24 seconds at the time of me saying this right now, which is now 19 seconds. So yeah, that's when Perseverance will land. And by landing, I mean like it touching Mars. Next, we're going to talk about the 7 minutes of terror. Now, I don't know why this keeps changing. Whatever. You might have heard of this before, but if you haven't, it's basically the 7 minutes where it's basically 7 minutes where it re-enters the atmosphere and goes from faster than the speed of bullet to very softly touching the ground in 7 minutes. And because Mars is so far away, there's a 7-minute delay in everything that gets sended. So no one's actually controlling it. It's doing everything autonomously. And actually there's 5 minutes. So basically once it starts, then it'll land. And there's 5 minutes before we actually know it's landed, because it's a 5-minute thing. So 5-minute interference. So when it should have landed, we're going to know, okay, in 5 minutes we're going to find out if it's successfully landed on Mars or it's blown up and in smithereens on Mars. Yeah. And it's kind of weird to think about because you're like, it is on Mars. It's either in pieces or actually there, but we don't know. So it's kind of weird to think about, but yeah, that's the 7 minutes of terror. Next, now we'll talk about how will it land? So, as you can see in this little thing, you can see this little jetpack thing lowering the Mars thing. So how it's gonna do is, see this little capsule right here? It's gonna start off as that capsule. It's gonna take off a piece. Then it's gonna have this little ring. Okay? Now, it's gonna eject that ring, I think. And then and then there's gonna be this little like rocket type thing. And then it's gonna have a string that lowers Perseverance onto the ground. And then it'll detach and it'll go over somewhere else and literally smash itself into the ground. So that's literally like 3 years of hard work just watching it smashing into the ground. Yeah. It's kind of weird why they do that. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to land. And as you can imagine, doesn't that seem kind of weird? Yes. And only 50% of rovers that have been sent by any country have 50% of rovers that try to land on Mars actually succeed. And it's kind of hard because you can't build like a super advanced system because it's just going to self-destruct. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to land. And as you can imagine, a lot can go wrong. And you also have to keep in mind that we are landing on another planet. So, yeah. I mean, if there were humans on it, there would be A, a ton of more thought in it. B, it would definitely not land that way. And C, we'll probably have a little more experience on landing humans because, yeah, that's a little far away, so we can't really see that right now. Yes, so that's how it will land. Now we are going to talk about why is my PowerPoint reversing? I would like you to go forward, not reverse. Thanks. These curtains are slow. Now we are going to talk about why it will land like that. Why will Perseverance land like that? So you're thinking, well, isn't it most likely that it'll blow up? That's like a bunch of work just blowing up. Now, there's a few problems we have here. One, we can't control it. It has to do autonomously. And we can't do something super advanced because it can't fix itself. It can't do any of this. We have no interactions. Two, you can't have a super complex system because the more complex, the more likely something's supposed to go wrong or could go wrong. And also, we don't have that much experience landing things on Mars, so we don't know the best way to do it yet. I mean, this way has worked for Curiosity, but still, we're not professionals. We're still learning. Only 50% of them land. And also, you have to keep in mind that jet thing is going to have to be thrown away. So you don't want to put too much work in it and too much money in it when it's just going to self-destruct itself. So, I mean, what would make more sense is if you put, like, maybe have it in a capsule and then land the capsule and then drive it out. But then what happens to the capsule? Well, I guess it could just drive back in the capsule and the capsule can return it. Maybe. I mean, that could be a possibility. Like another one of this. But it's I could see that happening, just not right now. So, and they're already putting a lot of work in this jetpack thingy, so I don't think you want to make it that much more advanced. And also, I mean, it seems like the most efficient way to do it, kind of, because there's no danger because they're literally lowering the rover onto Mars, so there's no danger of debris getting on the rover. The only problem is if the jetpack fails. Yeah, but it's I'd say overall there's some reason that you can see why they do it, but then there's another thing that's like, why? Like, isn't that kind of dumb? So I think there's probably the reason, like actual good reason why they did this, but yeah. They probably did testing on it and this found out to be the best, but it still seems kind of weird. So what I'm thinking is they're gonna need to develop this landing system more, but I think overall it works. If it'll land Perseverance, then it works. So yeah. Next, we're going to talk about where will it land. So, on Mars, you have to know where you want to land it. You can't just say, land on Mars, and we don't care where you land. you have to actually have a landing spot, because you can't just like orbit Mars 500 times and then say, let's just land here. You have to have an actual target. And over the years, different rovers, you can actually see, so let's just say this was Mars, or this is where you want it to land. So let's say we go back a few years to like year 2000 or something. You would have a target this big. Then, come up more in the future, you'd have a target this big. Come up more, you'd have a target this big. And Perseverance literally has a specific dot, like that. Compared to that before, it had that. Now, I'm going to talk about, like, where. So, it's going to land in this little, I guess you could say, bump that goes down. Hole, I don't know. But, it said that there used to be, well, scientists believe that Mars used to be a planet like Earth, and that used to be like a little water pond thingy. So if they want to find actual evidence of life on Mars, or if that it was even true to confirm stuff, they want to land it there. And that was also where other rovers landed. So yeah, that's where Perseverance will land. Hopefully in 1 day, 19 hours, 52 minutes, and 17 seconds. Thanks for watching. 101100010. I don't know why I put this picture here. But yeah, to learn more about Perseverance, you can go to mars.nasa.gov/Mars2020 / and if you scroll down one thing, you can see this thing. Here, actually, let me get this out of here. Exit. How do I do this? End. Escape. Okay, so let's move you here. So you can see here, you can click this Explore 3D. It takes a little while, but once it loads, will load. Okay, it doesn't want to work. While I wait for that to load, I'm going to talk about why page unresponsive. I would like to wait. This page is unresponsive. Oh yay, I did it. Okay, so you can see it's laggy for me, but you can like click parts. You can like click parts and then learn more about them, or just circle around and see what Perseverance looks like. And then you have all the parts up here. Also, there's one more thing I want to point out before I end the video, and that's why is this going to be a very like special landing. And that's because 50% of rockets land, and if NASA lands 2 of them, that's actually only half of rockets land. And if NASA lands 2, it means more than half of rockets have landed, meaning that NASA will be one of few people who have landed more than 1. Yeah. So that is it for today. I will watch the landing. I will live tweet on my Twitter thing. Actually, I made live tweet. And yeah, that is all about Perseverance. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, I guess. Does that make sense? No? Maybe. Okay. And yeah. Hi, dragon. I have a dragon background. Bye. And watch Perseverance. Or you will watch it.